Hello, welcome to today's top economic stories. Subscribe to the channel for daily and quick updates from the Economics Times news. Also, leave your comments with the suggestions for the improvement. So, the first news is Bonvita other brands to lose health drink status. So, this is with reference to the direction from Commerce Ministry to all the e-commerce platforms. They have asked them to scrap this segment altogether. The health drink segment is to be scrapped because, as per the ministry, there is no such category under the FSS Act 2006, which is Food Safety and Security Act. There is no such defined category. Earlier this month, the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India they had instructed e-commerce against labeling the dairy-based and malt-based beverages as health drinks. Earlier, they directed them to not categorize it as health drinks. Now, the Commerce Ministry has directed them to remove the segment altogether from the website, from their platforms. All this started last year when a social media influencer he pointed out very high sugar content in Bonvita drinks. After which, Mondelez, which is the maker of Bonvita, they sent a legal notice to this social influencer and forced him to remove the video from the social media. But later on, NCPCR, which is National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, they told the brand to withdraw all this misleading packaging and advertisings. So currently 2.5 lakh crore is the estimated size of this segment in food and beverage market in India by 2026. Now, it could also be an after effect of Ramdev's judgment, where the Supreme Court has named Patanjali as against the misleading practices. Next is smartphone AC sales spring back in Q4. So the primary sales of discretionary products like smartphone, laptop, air conditioners, refrigerators, it has grown by 8 to 12% year on year in Jan to March quarter. Now this is one of the highest paces of growth in the non-festive quarter in the last 2 years. The smartphone market has grown by 8% in last quarter, which is among one of the highest quarterly growths. In Jan to March 23, it had declined by 19%. ACs and refrigerators grew in double digits, which is a very crucial period or quarter, Jan to March. This has happened after 2 years compared to 6% growth last year. So this has been a very good season because of the prediction of very high temperatures, the heat waves which the weather predictions have suggested. Voltas, which is a Tata-owned company, they have sold a record 2 million units of ACs in financial year 23-24, which is again led by the brisk sales in the last quarters, Jan to March. Moving on, IPL firms up telcos data cover drive. So basically, with the IPL season and the telecast being streamed for free on Jio Cinema app, it is natural that the telecom companies are expecting a very good growth in data consumption. So they are expecting an 8 to 10% rise in the data traffic. So in December 23, the data consumption was at 21 GB, which is likely to go up to 25 to 27 GB in April to June quarter. Accordingly, SMS and voice call activities are also expected to grow by 15 to 20%. It's not just because of the IPL, but also because of the elections. And the political parties, they tend to take the traditional telecom channel for their campaigns. In terms of revenue, Bharti Airtel, which is India's number two telco, is likely to do better than Reliance and Vodafone and might record 2 to 3% of growth in revenues. Jio Cinema, which is telecasting the IPL, it recorded 59 crore views on the opening day itself, which translates to 660 crore minutes of watch time. The next news is India warms up as the heat is on. So, with the expectation of high temperatures above normal temperature in the upcoming summer season, the government is preparing for the high demand in electricity. So, accordingly, the government has invoked Section 11 of the Electricity Act 2003, and with this, they have directed these power plants to operate in May and June amid the anticipated increase in demand. Now, this provision allows government, under any extraordinary circumstance, to ask a power generation to operate and maintain production as per the direction of the government. India Meteorological Department, they have already predicted above normal maximum temperatures over most part of the country till June. And the Ministry of Labor and Employment has also issued advisory to all the states and union territories to take care of their workforce at the factories, mines, construction sites, and all, and to protect them from the extreme hot weather conditions. This is to note that India has more than 380 million unorganized workers who are often exposed to such harsh conditions. Moving on to next news. Electric motorbikes on course to take charge of EV space. So the traditional manufacturer of the motorbikes, they will be competing with the startups in the EV segment, and they are planning to roll out battery powered version of their current motorbikes, the petrol driven counterparts, and they would be vying to match the performance and range of their IC version. It could propel e-motorcycle penetration to over 30% as a percentage of the total market by 2030, which is currently at only 1%. Now, there are several startups including Revolt, Matter, Oryxa, Oben, Ultraviolet, Komaki, Kabira, and some other traditional motorcycles majors like Royal Enfield, which are forming up their plans for the launches of the electric motorbikes over the next few months. Now, with the help of advanced technology and with the falling prices of the lithium ion battery, the electric motorcycle manufacturers now are able to achieve the price and range in parity with the ICE versions. Now, for example, if a 300cc ICE bike would cost in the range of 3.5 to 4 lakhs with the 250 kilometers range with a full tank of petrol, then the counterpart electric version would price somewhere around 3.8 lakhs with the range of 307 kilometers with a full charge. Now, some good news for the employees of the BFSI sector. The increments likely to be super healthy for BFSI employees. So the employees of this sector can expect a double-digit salary increase, with the average pay hike would be likely to be from 10% to 20%. This is based on a study which covered 170 companies, including major banks, non-bank financial companies, insurance, and asset management firms. In the survey, 34% of the companies reported 15% or higher increment to their employees. Another 34% reported 10 to 15% increment. About 18% reported 5 to 10%, and rest below 5%. Now, this has become possible because of the robust performance by the private banks in the first, second, and third quarters with the good profits. And in the fourth quarter also, they are expecting very good results. That is all for today. Subscribe to the channel for quick and daily updates from the Economic Times news. Thank you.